Yo, what's good, guys? Deep Effects here again, and in this video, I will share with you guys everything you need to know about psychological or key levels in the forex market. So I'll be getting a lot of questions about psychological levels. Many beginner traders want to know, like, what is this psychological level in the forex market and everything. So I'll be diving deep into psychological levels in the forex market, and why they act as the major zone, and what they are used for in the forex market. So without further ado, guys, let's get to the chat. Yeah, so the first thing you need to know is psychological levels. Of course, you need to know, what psychological level is. So you can just easily go on Google and type, what uh psychological levels in Forex, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, on babypips.com, yeah, I think baby pips is like a popular site. So in summary, a psychological level in technical analysis is a price level that is perceived as significant by traders and investors, often due to the round numbers or because it has previously acted as a major support or resistance level. This level gains significance simply due to the attention traders pay to them in the forex market. So basically, what this is telling us is that psychological levels are levels with round numbers in the forex market. Round numbers in the sense that when you see price get to a particular level, like one, let's say 185.000 or 185.5000, or let's say you are trading GBP USD, price get to 1.8000 or price get to 1.8500. So those are round numbers in the forex market. And why is this, like, why is psychological level round numbers? It's round numbers because like let's say for instance you want to buy something, probably you want to buy you want to buy something like let's say you want to buy coke or something like that, and or let's say you want to buy bag or shoe or clothes or something. So you go there and they call a particular price for you. They say this is 1.8. What the next thing that will come to you will probably be you want to pay 1,500, because you cannot say you want to pay 1,8957 or something like that. You have to keep that number around. So that's why these psychological levels are mostly respected in the first one, because many people, like many traders, investors, even buyers and sellers, like this is what we do, like major day. So you go to the market and you price stuff in round numbers. So that's why these psychological levels exist in the forex market. So without further ado, we are going to see how this level acts as support and resistance levels. So yeah, so here are my charts on GG, which I trade the most. So GG is like the major currency I trade the most. I'll be identifying the major psychological level price as recently got into. So I can see one clear as day here. I think, yeah, let me quickly remove all the drawings. Should I remove the drawings? Let me just keep them. So I can see one major psychological level right here. So let me go to the 1 hour, so I can clearly mark this. You know. Okay, let's get to 30 minutes. So yeah. So what are we looking for right now? So you're looking for what? Round numbers that are like key levels in the forex market. So I can see one right here, and I can see 16.500. So as you can see, 16.500. Let me quickly set that. So the figure will be very round. So yeah, so you can set the coordinates, to keep the figure very accurate. So yeah, so you have one major psychological level right here that price has recently got. So you see that anytime price gets to this particular level, which is 165.500, price touches it, and also what they just pull up to, they just put towards the upside. You see here, price touch it 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5, almost 5 times that price touches them. So this is what a major psychological level in the forex market. So that is it. Now we have one psychological level, right? So let me look for another keyword. I think another keyword will be 1660 or something like that. Yeah, I think another one is but it's not there. But you can just mark it out if you want to. Just set the coordinates to 1600. You cannot mark all the psychological level in your chart, because you don't want your chart to cluster. You don't want all these lines and everything in the chart. Most times these psychological levels are actually in my head. So once price gets to this stuff, you just mark the major ones. All you need to do is just identify the major ones, which are your support and resistance. But let me just quickly mark this, and I just fast forward the video, so it won't be too long. Yeah. So okay, guys, I've marked all the major psychological levels that we need to, identify in the recent charts. Recent charts. You don't want to go back. You want to go like back towards like probably 2015 or 2016 to actually be marking your psychological level. You want to mark them towards recent charts. And today is Thursday, and this is where price has recently got into, and this is what price has recently been doing. So I've marked all the major psychological levels right here now. So initially what you want to do now is go down to the lower time frame, or if you want to take your entry as a probably a day trader, that trade for like 4 hours or 3 hours, you can just take your entry right here. Yeah, so what you are seeing right now in the chart is that this major psychological levels is acting as what major support and resistance zones. As you can see, this 16500 is acting what as a major support zone, because once price touches it, there's a pull towards the upside. And if you look closely right here, you see that this 168.00 is acting as what a major resistance level. So once price touches it, there's kind of like a pull towards the downside. Touches this 1.8, there's a pull towards the downside. So it's just as simple as that, guys. You can easily identify your psychological levels by just doing this in the forex market, right? If you don't want your chart to cluster, you can just easily, put identify this 165.500 and only this 168.00. That's what you do. When you become a pro trader, don't worry, you tend to like understand this stuff because they want your chart to be looking dirty and the likes. So initially, what I usually do before I enter take any entry using the psychological level is that I wait for more confirmations. For those that know me, I don't trade any pair naked. Like, I don't enter any trade without having two or more major confirmations. So if I am to get in on any trade using this psychological level, initially what I will do is for what? Wait for two or more confirmations before entering any particular trade. So let's say I was, in the chart like this, and basically, I'm waiting for price to get to this major psychological level, which we've marked out. Let me quickly highlight that so you guys will see it very clearly. So you're waiting for price to get to this particular level, 16.500. So what we can take our entry and what make big money in the forex market, right? So initially, what we do is wait for price to touch the particular psychological zone and see what price does. Okay, boom, guys. I think we have our touch already. We have the touch already, right? Price has touched our major psychological level, which is around this 16.500. So initially, second thing you need to do is what? Go down to the probably the lower time frame. Let's say I go down to the 15 or the 5 minute and wait for what? A moving average crossover. So basically, I use the 8 and 15 moving average crossover. I say this most of the time. Wait for a moving average crossover in the sense that you want to see the green moving average cross over the red moving average to actually signify what that is, like a lot of buyers are already getting the market, and what market will most likely push towards the upside. And remember, we have gotten what our first confirmation, which is what price touching major cycle level. So initially, if you look closely, you see that a crossover happened right here. The green moving average crossed over the red, which would put the market towards the downside. So second confirmation we are waiting for right now is what? A moving average crossover. Let's see what market. I think, yeah, beautiful. I think we have a moving average crossover right here, right? So we have what? Two major confirmations now. One hitting the cycle level and what? A moving average crossover. So let's say I was going to enter for a trade right here. After the crossover, take my entry right here. And the next thing you want to do is what? Let's say my entry was right there. Pull your stop loss, below the cycle level. You don't want to pull your stop loss because price have not formed any new lower, I think, higher high, in the sense that market's pulling towards them. So market have not formed any low or new high. So what you want to do is put your stops what? Below the cycle level, and what? Aim for the previous high the market has got into. You can aim for this level right here. Or if you want to go big and see risks more, you can just aim for this next level too. And just let's see what market does, because I believe that this is going to play out perfect, because this zone has been like respected in the past multiple times. So as you can see, beautiful. Like, you can initially set this as your first TP, set this as your second TP, and your third TP if you want to hold longer. As you can see, price literally went up after hitting this major psychological level, which act as what? Our support zone. So this is what? A major support zone, and this is the ceiling. this is the ceiling, and it acts as was a major resistance zone. So let's see what price does, if price is going to hit, our TP anytime soon. Okay, even though price is, trying to form new lower lows and lower highs, you see that at the end of the day, price is going to get to this particular point before what? Before probably dropping again. Might even probably drop to this psychological level again before what? Another buy towards the upside again. So let's just see what market does, right? Okay, beautiful guys. As you can see, boom, price has what smashed our TP. Like this is just like clear as day. Like no, there's nothing special about the cycle levels. It's just for you to actually identify them and know what you're actually doing in the forex market. You don't want to trade with them naked. You cannot just spoil this cycle level and just be saying that prices get to this level, boom, I will buy. If price gets to this level, I will sell. Trade them with more confirmations to actually get what a stronger, for you to actually be more confident in your trade. So that's what I initially want to share with you guys. And for those that don't like psychological level, you can actually go to other peers. It works on mostly all the peers, both on gold, any peer in the forex market, as long as the peer is as long as the peer is a peer, it works on all peers in the forex market. I'm sorry, let me quickly remove all this drawing on my GBP USD. So GBP USD too, you can actually mark the psychological levels in the forex market. As you can see, prices. I think there is one right here. It is 1.23500. Yeah, I think that is a major psychological level. The recent chart 00. Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, I'll just quickly do this, not to bore you guys. I'll just quickly do this. Yeah, so okay, guys, perfect. I've marked all the psychological level for you guys on the recent chart on GBP USD right now. So as you can see, these major cycle levels are where price is acting as what support and resistance. As you can see, price has acted support in this particular area right here. So in this particular 1.23500, you see that price has gotten to this zone multiple times and touched it and then bounce off towards the upside. And if you don't notice it, I would like to also clarify this. Most times price might not actually touch this psychological level. Price might usually just get to these areas, these psychological areas. Like as you can see right here, you see that price didn't touch the psychological level for real. Price just literally price just smelt it or something like that before actually pulling towards the upside. So that is to actually tell you that this zone is actually very strong. So what I usually advise most of my traders is to actually highlight these psychological levels in the forex market and wait for price to actually get to these zones. They don't have to necessarily touch these zones before you act as a forex trader. Know that this zone is a major zone because a lot of buyers will actually want to get in even before my price even touch that psychological level. So that's why you see that most times price might not even actually touch the psychological level before reacting towards the upside or the downside. So I've marked all the psychological levels in the forex market. As you can see, there's a major cycle level too right here, which is 1.2, I think 1.23400. Yeah, I think 1.23400. Yeah, so I'll also mark that out. I think we have another one right here. Let me quickly remove this. Yeah, we have another one right here, 1.24500. Yeah, another one right here is 1.25,000. And you have another one right here too, 1.25500. These numbers are confusing, but just mark them in the first. And the last one right here is 1.26,000 or something like that. So yeah, I've actually marked this out in the chart. And if you want to initially get into the in any trade too, like I previously said, wait for 2 or more confirmations. So let's take for instance, I want to get in right here. In the chart. I'm seeing that price will most likely head towards touch this particular cycle level in the forex market. So what you initially do is for price to get to that particular zone, get to the cycle level zone. Okay, boom. I think we have our first confirmation right here. which is what price getting to these psychological levels in the forex market. So next you want to do is go to the lower time frame and wait for what a moving average crossover. I think we have one particular crossover right here. So let's think, for instance, I was going to enter for my what, my long position at this particular cycle level, after the moving average crossover. Put my stops what, below the cycle level. You don't want price to actually come back and then what, start consolidating around there or just stop you out. If I say you should put it right here, price will actually come, touch this psychological level back and just end up. So you want to put it what, below the psychological level, just slightly below, because you don't want to get to stop. And always put your take profit target at what, a previous ad, or you can just aim for what. So this can initially be your TP1. So this can initially be your TP1. Exactly. Take profit one. Exactly. And you can set this next cycle level as your TP2 and not at your TP3. I don't think price got to this level, but let's see what price does, right? Let's see what price does. Okay, boom, guys. As you can see, price has literally taking our TP1. The price has taking your TP1. So like this, you can actually take partials or what, take half of your trade or anything you want to do in the forex market, and just make sure that what, you secure your profit. As you can see, price has touched this second TP, which is right here. So initially, that is pretty much everything you need to know about psychological level in the forex market. They act as what, support and resistance zone. As you can see, this place that we initially put our second TP was another psychological level. and I think what one major thing that actually what pushed this price down was that but sellers were initially waiting for price to get to this point so they could sell. So sellers are because this psychological level is very important. A lot of traders are waiting for it. If price gets to this level, I will sell because this psychological level is strong. Probably it has been respected. Exactly, it has been respected a lot in the past. Yeah, as you can see here, price touch here. So they were waiting for price. Once price gets to this level, I'll just take a sell and sell the forex market. So that's why you can see like there's a spike right here that price is going down. So it's just as easy as that, guys. Psychological levels in the forex market, and just that simple, guys. Yeah, so guys, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more lovely content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and also drop your comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I would like to see more of psychological level videos like this, and more of my trade analysis and breakdowns. Do want to smash the like button and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to do that. That's the only thing I'm begging you guys to do. Subscribe, guys, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video.